Welcome to today's video. I've done some content on composer Danny Elfman before, and in the spirit of Halloween, I wanted to look at one of his most famous pieces and ask, what are some things we can learn from This Is Halloween from the movie The Nightmare Before Christmas? The first thing we can take from this song is how to write a spooky progression using minor chords and key changes. This Is Halloween uses a clever trick that's heard in horror movie scores, and that's changing to unrelated keys to create an unsettling atmosphere. When the ear hears an established key, it starts searching for its resolution. Notice how in the intro, Elfman uses a traditional 2-5-1 as a lead into the first verse. He does this by using C minor to D half diminished to G dominant and then back to C minor. This not only gives a strong pull to the verse, but it gives the listener a sense that we're in the key of C minor. But Elfman will now incorporate that horror technique by subverting the listener's expectations. Now we're going to listen to the intro and entire first verse, but pay attention to the chord that comes after the G dominant at the end of the verse. He goes to G minor, which is not where the listener expects it to go. Horror legend John Carpenter is well known for changing keys in irregular motions like this, and it's effective in this song as well. The second thing we can learn from This Is Halloween is how to emphasize a certain sound. This song has a strange, whimsical feel to it because of two major factors. The first is that various characters are singing the song. This is a very popular technique in Disney animated movies, and it helps give a playful quality to the music. Think of the training montage in Mulan, or the bar scene in Tangled. The second reason on how this whimsical feel is emphasized is from the constant march-like beats in the rhythm section. With all these key changes going on in the music, the consistent march keeps the song bouncy and somewhat lighthearted, even though the harmony is decidedly not. The combination of these two things gives This Is Halloween its trademark sound, scary yet somehow friendly. Here's an example with just the rhythm section playing, and pay attention to the bass line in particular. And the third thing we can learn from This Is Halloween is that when you write a piece of music with multiple key changes, false resolutions, and deceptive cadences, ending the piece with a minor 4 to dominant 5 cadence can give a sense of finality to the piece in a satisfying way. Elfman does this by setting up multiple false resolutions throughout the piece. Here's one example where a phrase ends with a 4-5 cadence, but instead of resolving to the tonic, it changes keys by way of a deceptive cadence. Here's another example where the 4-5 cadence is used as a direct key modulation. This is an effective technique because it goes back to an earlier topic we went over. The idea that the listener expects to hear a resolution but is surprised with a modulation to a new key. When Elfman ends the song, he uses this type of 2-5 progression again, but actually resolves it to the tonic chord. Listen to how satisfying the end of the song is compared to the examples we just went over. Danny Elfman is one of the most creative composers around, and I hope this gives some insight into a bit of his composing styles. I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you for watching.